Two studies out today that draw the same disturbing conclusion. Americans are not winning their battle against obesity. What is officially the biggest health crisis in American history.
With the Everyman Project, that men can be vulnerable, that men can have feelings, that men can cry. It's okay to be weak.
I'm David Goggins, San Diego, California.
And tell me a little about yourself.
Well, I'm a Navy SEAL from San Diego. I've been to SEAL teams for about 9 years now. I run ultra marathons and I'm an ultra cyclist also.
Tell us a little bit about some of the different ultra cyclists or ultra runs you've done.
Well, I've done the Badwater 135, which is a 135-mile race through Death Valley in the summertime, so it's about a 135-mile run and about 130 degrees. And I've also run for 48 hours straight on a 40-hour run, where I run 203.5 miles.
Right now, just don't think about the 135 miles of scorching highway in front of you. Just don't even think about it. Just focus on the present. Don't think about climbing Town Pass or Father Crowley or Mount Whitney. Don't think about 135 degree temperatures as you pass the sand dunes, because you know the official temperatures from Furnace Creek, where it's much cooler than where you're headed. 3, 2, 1.
You got it right down here, guys. Right there. Hold on, Mike. Your hat is pushing the flash down. Fantastic. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah. So, all right. You're not on duty right now. You can smile. So, for those of you who don't know, David's commanding officer contacted me last fall with a lot of high praise for him as an athlete and a human being, and wanted to know what would be necessary for him to compete in the race. And then David followed up with me, and I said, well, you need to have done a 100-mile race or over 100 miles in 24 hours in a 24-hour event. And I said, and you're in San Diego, right? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, there's a 24-hour race next weekend. So about a week and a half go by, and I get an email from him, and he says, sir, I ran 101 miles in 18 hours. And then I said, what about the other 6 hours? And he said, oh, I thought I only had to run 100, so I did 101. I said, well, normally when you enter a 24-hour race, you run the whole 24 hours. And so just to underline that, and I said, hey, that's fantastic to run that far in 18 hours. And but just to make sure that we took him seriously, he flew off to Hawaii and ran the Hurt 100, which is one of the toughest 100-mile races there is, and very few people finish it. And he finished that race also as a further testimony to how serious he was about getting in the race and wanting to be taken serious. And the selection committee was really impressed with those athletic performances, and as well as what he had to say about his background as a Navy SEAL and serving his country. How was the heat for you?
I didn't even notice it.
It's 44 degrees and it's nice and rainy outside. But no one cares about that. It's not about the rain. It's what the rain represents. Life is always giving you a test. Trying to give you a way out. Trying to give you an excuse not to show up. This is my excuse today. But guess what? You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life. No matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life. Prepared for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%. Take it upon yourself to do that. Stay hard. So what's your fucking excuse? Is it too cold where you live? Is it too hot where you live? Does it rain too fucking much? Now it's time for some real fucking talk. Maybe you're the only black person applying for a fucking job. Maybe you're the only female. Maybe you're the only fucking gay person. Job, whatever the fuck it may be. Maybe that shit's in your fucking head. Maybe that's your excuse for not being better. Life's a real big fucking picture. When I was young, All those things got in my head. Black, fucking not smart enough, single mom, all that bullshit owns space in my head. If you're allowing people and things and situations to own space in your fucking head, you're losing. Last thing, life's one big fucking head game. You play with yourself. If you lose, it's because you allow life to get in your fucking head. Stay hard. This is all about the quitting mind. So what's the quitting mind? So let's say it's day one of a job interview. We all know what that fucking shit feels like. You have your clothes laid out. You got your fucking food ready to go in the morning. You've been preparing for weeks and weeks and weeks. You show up and you bring your best self. You get the fucking job. Merry fucking Christmas. All right. After a couple months, you start showing up to work a little later. You don't look as good. Your clothes aren't fucking laid out. Your breakfast isn't ready. Your mind's getting softer. We do that shit with everything in life. When New Year's coming up, guess what? Don't have a fucking quitting mind. Repetition every day. Stay hard.